So, how do you paint God? And right then, by just saying that, the craziest kinds of Muslims, I mean, it's just the minority kind of Muslims should be like, crucify this guy. What are you talking about painting God? You cannot capture God, you know? But like for real, creators of all kinds have been trying to, to capture, to paint God, trying to find their own variation on how to do that. And I think Emily Dickinson's poems, some of the poems were actually trying to do that. Not to explicitly say that, but to capture something that is, the who of creation, the what is the grand scheme behind this creation. And I think she did a pretty marvelous job. I think I was reading a bunch of the poems, and that's the one that just actually grabbed me, just grabbed me by the butt. And instantly I was there. Well, as far as painting, the thing is, you get inspiration, which I got the inspiration from Emily Dickinson from the poem, and then the next thing is to start, and then as you start painting, you start thinking about it, and then at some point you're like, should I be thinking about it? But you really don't know what you're doing. It doesn't. There's no really anything to know what to do. But there is a guide. I know the poem. So I guess I am painting the poem, which is, in my opinion, I see the point. A poem about God. And there comes a point in the last stanza of the poem where there's kind of a realization of a first person questioning and trying to figure out who God is. And you're gonna think about, oh, that's crazy. Like, why are you trying to think about all this? Like, who do you think you are? Does it even matter, Or do you think you have the answer, Or I don't know. I think I was trying to be, in a minute right there, I was trying to be self-deprecating for no reason. But I think, there's like a whole idea about trying to find God that reveals our obsession with our own self-importance. I think that's what the last stanza was, especially the last line was trying to say is you're feeling so much self-importance that you want to deal with the matter of God, you want to deal with the matter of the everything of everything, the maker of the sunset, when there's everybody here in the world is in the same position as you. Sometimes there's moments where you can just put down the thoughts and just enjoy the sunset, don't try to capture it. Sometimes you don't have to try to control nature. Don't try to control and keep it to yourself as something that you can just consume, and that's where abuse can start piling up. Why put sunset in the cup? What do you want to do with it? You just want to keep it to yourself? Or do you think you can keep part of it? Which is like, I don't know if that's even possible, Can you count what is she called? The dews? Can you count the light beams from the sunset? How does the morning unveil itself? Maybe we shouldn't try to capture it, Maybe we should just let it be and just let's enjoy it. Let it function, whatever it does good for us, which is, the sun is, we don't have to capture it. It's already like immensely beneficial for us, and it does that for all of us at the same time, Everybody gets their turn. Yeah. But it's crazy because I have a big ass light right here. And this is at night, and just reading that poem, and I was like, okay, let me make something out of this. But there's no sun setting out there. But there will be some sun setting on this canvas right now. So let's get back to it. I just wanted to just to talk about like the idea of capturing God. I just always think about the church. Some type of churches where you can see their motto is some kind of scheme to capture God. To keep saying, oh, this house, this church house is where God is. You know, if you go anywhere else, you won't find God. But if you come here, this is where you're gonna find God. And it's like, I think you're too much involved in your self importance to think that God is just where you are only. You know, that's how it's always been confused. Has always confused me, especially with Christianity, because that's where I grew up on. And even the idea of the Jesus story, you know, it's happening in being born in Bethlehem, and Jesus being from Nazareth. And this is a guy, he historically, I guess, as the story goes, was born in a particular place and came to serve a particular group, but somehow everybody's supposed to be this group, somehow I'm supposed to be a Jew. Somehow you have all kinds of people all over the world identifying with this story about having a guy who came to save them. Everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to be the chosen guy, the chosen people. Everyone wants to be, as long as you fit the mold, if you feel like you've been oppressed a lot, and maybe that's a sign that maybe that's the sign that you have been chosen by God and you are special and better than others. I don't like that. I don't like that aspect of like feeling so important and special that you feel like you have been selectively picked and favored by God. I think the sunset is for everybody. I don't think it exists in a particular place. It doesn't exist in another place. I mean, all we have to do is just get outside. I like rambling like this, because I have no idea if I'm connecting any dots, or even if or even whether I am enunciating